So advice for people entering the field of data science. First and foremost, I would say probably no better time to think about that type of a career than now. This is the era of that. Having said that, there's a lot of people sort of rebranding themselves as data scientists, and they're either mathematicians or they're database people. So you have to really understand what it means, and it means a number of things. In general, my advice would be three things. First of all, be humble. Whatever you know, whatever you're good at when you enter that field, and whatever you think you learned in school or however you became qualified, that's what got you in the door. But those people that are already in the door, they kind of know something already. So be careful that you're teaching and learning. Be careful that you're humble, that you don't think that you're coming in with all the answers. You're coming in with a set of skills, but there's also people there that have skills that need to be respected and need to be integrated into this discipline that you're bringing to the table. The second thing I would say is don't ever lead with the data or with the technology. Lead with a question. So it's very easy in data science to get trapped by, we're going to use this type of technology or we're going to use this data set to answer a question. That's bad science. If you're going to be a scientist, you've got the problem upside down. You've got to ask a question first. You've got to make an observation and ask a question and do a whole bunch of other things before you start collecting data. So always lead with a good, well-formed question that's well understood so you'll know when you're done. And then the third thing I would say is, I often phrase this as making new mistakes. Make sure that you capture learnings. Make sure that whatever work you do, you've documented what was the question you were trying to answer, what was the methodology used, what did you learn, and what are the sort of questions for future research, so that you can go back later and understand what hypotheses were rejected, what technologies didn't work maybe and why, what sort of dead ends you went down, all of those things. So we've got to capture learnings and make sure that we're incorporating them into our future research.